So I've just spent the last 6 days in this huge big house in the English countryside, and I've spent it with 5 other amazing sewists for a week-long sewing retreat. 6 whole days of sewing adventures. Yes, it is as awesome as it sounds. 29 projects were made. Most of them were wins, only a small handful of fails, but most importantly, there was heaps of fun. So join me and I'll show you exactly what we got up to. So the car is packed and it's time to head off to the sewing retreat. So I have a couple of hours drive, maybe a little bit more than that, to get over to Worcestershire. And yes, it's a beautiful sunny day. So I'm in for a really, really nice drive. Car is packed. I've brought as much as I possibly think I need, just purely because I can. There's no one else needing to sit in here, and ultimately, I'll just bring it back home again. Anyway, we're off. Yes, I managed to lose the second half of that conversation, but it doesn't matter. In just over 2 hours on the road, I'll be in Worcestershire, a county I've never been to before. New places, new people, and most importantly, a whole week dedicated to sewing. I love my everyday life, truly, but this is an opportunity to slow down, switch off, and spend some time with like-minded people, getting to know some familiar faces a little better, and of course, getting lost in sewing without any distractions. So I took a few wrong turns getting there because I was completely distracted by the fun windy roads and stunning scenery, but I finally arrived in Tenbury Wells, ready for a week of creativity, relaxation, and maybe just a little bit of fabric shopping. So welcome to picturesque Gloucestershire. Gloucestershire? I'm not even in Gloucestershire. This is what county am I in? Hello and welcome to picturesque Gloucestershire. Oh, I've said it again. Hello and welcome to beautiful Worcestershire, here in the heart of the English countryside. It is absolutely stunning. I mean, look at this view. And this is where we're staying this week. We are literally on the top of a hill, and it's just got the most amazing views. Who doesn't want to look out on this all day, every day? So yeah, very jealous for those people who get to stay here all the time. As I mentioned, I'm not staying this week alone in the house. I've got 5 amazing people staying with me. Let's find out who they are. How those biscuits get there? You saw nothing. I'll give you a full house tour later on, but for now, welcome to the heart of our retreat, the massive kitchen, which we've transformed into our sewing haven for the week. This huge table seats 14, making it perfect for our lineup of sewing machines, overlockers, fabrics, and of course, plenty of snacks. For the rest of this video, I'll take you through everything we got up to, day trips, a fabric haul, a fun round of Never Have I Ever, and of course, a catwalk show. So much to share, so keep watching. Welcome to Sunday. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Worcestershire. Actually, I can't remember where we actually are. I'll look that up, I'll let you know, but it is absolutely going to be a beautiful day and a great day for sewing. So apologies, I didn't vlog very much yesterday when I arrived on Saturday because I was just in the moment, just catching up with everybody, kind of sorting out where things go, whose room's what, and making dinner and just getting on with doing things that I didn't have a chance to get my camera out, but definitely today we'll be getting stuck into that. It's going to be a fun day. But yeah, I've got a cute little room. This house is absolutely massive. It is such a great place to be doing a sewing getaway like this. The kitchen's huge. Everyone can get their sewing machines going. I cut out my fabric for a couple of patterns yesterday just so I could get up and sewing today, and yeah, it was so much room, so much fun. So the plan for today is just to get down, have some breakfast, and I'm actually going to sew up the Elysium bodysuit out of my Liberty fabric. This is something I've been wanting to make for ages, so it's definitely the opportunity and time to do that. So I'm going to sew that today, and I'm hoping to get it done just before we head off to lunch. We have a late Sunday roast lunch booked at a pub near Riverside. Sounds pretty cool. Always up for a Sunday roast here in the UK. So I think we're all going to madly sew and see what we can get done this morning. So yep, today is Sunday. Let's get stuck into it. So having cut out my fabric the day before, I got stuck into sewing my Elysium bodysuit, which is a design by Faraday Pattern Company. I've made an Elysium before, so it was quite an easy make for me and a good way for me to ease into the week. This make has been on my list for quite a few months now, so very happy to get stuck into it at last. So I did it. I got my Elysian bodysuit done and I did it well in time for lunch. Very, very happy with the result, and it's made out this beautiful, lovely, soft Liberty print jersey. I think it's a viscose jersey. It is a lot lighter than the cotton jersey I made it out of last time. This is my second time making the Elysian bodysuit from Friday Pattern Company, and yeah, absolutely love it. It fits me like a glove. A really good layering piece. So make number one for this trip is my Elysian bodysuit. Now, time to go to lunch. So with Sam at the wheel, we set off for a well-earned feast at the Holt Fleet pub, nestled right on the River Severn. This place has been around for a few hundred years, back when Victorian river cruisers would stop by to admire the now famous Thomas Telford Bridge, built in 1828. But let's be honest, we're here for the food. And what's on the menu? Why, the ultimate Sunday roast, of course. The portions here were absolutely huge. The food was delicious, the company was awesome, and it was a well-earned pause from our epic sewing marathon, allowing us to fuel up before heading back to our sewing machines. So back at the house, I made a good start on the Palmer PJs for my daughter, which is a new pattern by Made for Mermaids. There are a couple of techniques with these which are new to me, which I'm excited to have a go at, so fingers crossed I'll get them done tomorrow. And by the way, the sunsets here have been absolutely amazing. Check this out. Good morning, we are on Tuesday of our sewing getaway and it is a beautiful day. It's been really, really misty, absolutely stunning outside today. The clouds been really, really low and it's super fresh. It's going to be a really lovely day. So today we're actually going to head into Kidderminster, which is a town about 25 minutes drive away from here. We're just going to go see what is there. Most importantly, there is a lovely fabric and craft store there, so we're definitely going to go check that out. At the moment, we've been very, very productive. Yesterday, I finished off my pajamas for my daughter. I did a lettuce hem for the very first time, which was so much fun, and it came out perfectly first go. I was really, really pleased to be able to achieve that. I also did a peacock edging around the neckline, and I think I did okay. Definitely room for improvement, so yeah, I'll definitely be working on that one, but the pajamas turned out perfectly and she's going to love them. What I'm working on now is the honey top, which is a fibre mood pattern. So this is the collar. It's got a lovely ruffle around the edge and it's been really, really fun to do, and yeah, it's coming together nicely. Just two issues with it. I think I accidentally cut the size 10 instead of the size 12, which I needed, so it is feeling a little bit tight. And the second one is just the placement of the flowers on the front. I was trying really hard to avoid kind of flowers in this area here, and whilst I kind of got that right, whilst I was trying to avoid one lot of flowers hitting there, I have got some flowers a little bit lower down, which is a little bit annoying. The other thing is the instructions aren't great. I thought I was going to use the button placket piece in there because I didn't tell you not to use it if you're not doing the ruffle. So I thought that that placket piece would put some space between the flowers. No, you don't need that button placket piece, and that means that those flowers have kind of pushed together, which is really annoying. But I'm going to finish it off anyway, just to see what the top looks like, to see whether it suits me, and if something's not right, then I'll have another go at it. So yep, we'll take a tour around Kidderminster and we will see what's there. Welcome to Kidderminster, a town best known for carpets. Yes, carpets, but don't worry, we didn't come here for that. We had other plans. Instead, we dived headfirst into the treasure troves of Kidderminster's charity shops, because who doesn't love a bargain? And I grabbed the best bargain ever. I found this sparkly Union Jack dress for just £3. How happy am I? And I'm like, if you know, you know, and if you don't, then go watch this video. Anyway, all that browsing worked up an appetite, so naturally we had to sample some local eateries. Over lunch we had a load more sewing chatter, and with our bellies full and our bags a little heavier, there was just one last stop, finding the best fabric store in town. So a short distance from Kidderminster town centre is oh so crafty, very much a sewist paradise. Online this place looked great, but it was even better in person. There were aisles and aisles of fabric, every colour, texture and pattern you could imagine, and they even had a huge yarn and haberdashery section. There were so many fabrics here, and they were also very reasonably priced, which was an added win. So many great choices, it was almost overwhelming, but in the best way possible. As always, it was great being able to feel those fabrics in person before making my final choices, and I tried to be selective, but well, you know, one or two very quickly became 5 or 6, so oops. My bad. Oh So Crafty was a fantastic store, the staff were very attentive and friendly, and I definitely recommend a visit if you're in the area. But now it was time to head back to the house and get sewing, and I'll show you my fabric haul a little bit later on in the video. So back at the house, I cracked on with my honey blouse because I had spent way more time on that than I had intended, and I really wanted to make a start on my Holland Park dress by Nina Lee. Sam was going to make it too, so it was going to be interesting comparing the end results. We're almost the same height but different body shapes, so a fun experiment. So it's another beautiful day here in Tenbury Wells, enjoying the view with my morning coffee and well and truly in chill out mode. Last night I cut out my fabric for the Holland Park dress, so plan on getting stuck into that today, but first I have to attach the sleeves to my honey blouse as well as make some buttonholes, but hoping to honk that completion horn by noon. So in case you were wondering, Julie brought along this horn where you have to honk it once you finish to make, and then you have to ride it on the board whilst everyone cheers. Such a great way to celebrate your win, and might have to start honking at home. With the honey now honked, it's time for the Holland Park dress. Now this make is pretty straightforward, but it does have multiple elastic channels, so I spent some time marking out the placement of those so that they were evenly spaced. There are a few different options for the casings, but I decided to use this 15mm satin ribbon. This worked brilliantly, and it was so easy to sew those crispy straight edges along my marked lines from earlier, so I do recommend using the ribbon if you make this dress yourself. So it looks like all this time dedicated to sewing means I've developed magical powers. Behold my ability to make this overlocker thread levitate, and this kept me amused a little way longer than it should have. Because we had lots of activities planned for Thursday, I made a big push to get the dress done before the end of the day. There was so much elastic to put in, but it was worth all that effort in the end. However, I did decide to leave the hem unfinished so I could check the length properly when I got home, and I was okay with that. So I still got to honk the horn and was thrilled with my result. By the way, I will be doing a separate video to properly show off all the makes I finished at the Getaway, so do keep an eye out for that in the near future. Good morning, it is Thursday, and I thought I'd just check in because this is officially kind of our last day here at the Getaway, our sewing Getaway, and yeah, it's a hive of activity today. I've finished all my sewing makes I would like to get done. I've got more, but if I start them now I won't finish, so I thought I would just do some cutting out for some extra projects, so I've got them ready for my next few weeks, so I'm going to finish those off today, but I'm very happy with the makes I've made so far. So it's been a really fun week, really fantastic getting to know everybody and just seeing all the different sewing styles and their choices of patterns. A really, really fun experience. So if you have the opportunity to take a sewing retreat with some friends, definitely jump on it. I do recommend it. Or if you don't, maybe you might want to think about organising one yourself. Yeah, definitely take the opportunity. It's been a lot of fun. So obviously the other day we went to Kidderminster on Tuesday, and I thought I just might show you the fabrics that I actually ended up getting. Really great opportunity to be able to touch those fabrics, feel them. Definitely discounted some of them through that, but did find some absolute gems which are coming home with me. So first up is one that actually Sam got herself. It was in the sale rack, but it is this beautiful cotton here. It got a lovely texture on it, and it's really nice and light and floaty. This is going to be the Justine top from Apolline Patterns. I've been looking for just a really nice light white fabric. This is perfect, exactly what I was looking for. So I have got 3 meters of this because it was only like £3.95 a meter or something along that. So yeah, absolute bargain here, really, really nice. And the zigzag stripe in here just gives a really nice subtle, kind of just elevates that fabric from being just white. So very happy to have picked that one up. The next one too is another alternative for the Apolline pattern, the Justine, and it's this one here. I thought it was really cute. It might be a little bit Cath Kidston style with these little roses on here. This is a cotton poplin. Again, I've got 3 meters of it. but it's just a really nice kind of light floaty pattern. Those sleeves on the Apolline is just with all the zigzag ruffles on there. You don't want a distracting pattern on there, but I thought this was pattern without being too distracting. I think it was nice and subtle and kind of giving that nice vintage classic style. So there we go, we've got some cotton poplin. Next up is some very oh, I've got my hair on my face. Next up is some jersey, just some plain cotton marl jersey in this grey, and yeah, very nice and soft. I've got 2 meters of this one, so yeah, it's going to be a really nice addition. Probably going to be more bodysuits. Next up is another favourite. Next one I absolutely love, and it is this Japanese cotton here with these beautiful, lovely cats on it. Couldn't resist getting this one. It is a really, really lovely soft poplin type material. And I'm sure I'm going to probably find some lovely shirt to make something out of this. You know what? I'm already thinking of making another honey shirt because that came out so well. I think a couple of things where I need to just pay attention to next time I will perfect and make it in this one, which would be good because this is very different fabric to the one I've made this week. So we've got this lovely cotton poplin. Next one was a bit of an unusual one, but I can see this as a jacket. So bear with me. It is a lovely bronzy quilted fabric here. It's actually quite light. Obviously this is purely polyester, but I think as an outside for a jacket, it's going to turn out really, really nicely. Just a really, really nice texture on there, and it's got this real nice, subtle bronzy metallic effect as well. So my husband has already said that it looks a bit sci-fi, so I'll have to be very, very specific about what jacket pattern I make with this one, because it's, yeah, I don't want to look sci-fi, I want it to look classy. So for this one, we've got 2 meters. Last purchase, yes, I did buy a lot, is some polar fleece. I couldn't go past this polar fleece. I really want to make another pogo nip by Friday Pattern Company, and yeah, this one here was just calling to me. My last pogo nip was very loud, very shouty. I thought I'd like to make something a little bit more subtle, so I'm going for this one here. Kind of like the Burberry pin, but not quite. So it is a very nice polar fleece. It's very nice and soft, and I think it will suit that pogo nip pattern very, very nicely. So those were my purchases from Oh So Crafty, a really, really great store. It was so packed full of fabric, and in the back they also had heaps of haberdashery and wool as well. So if you are in the Kidderminster area, I do recommend dropping in there. It is in an industrial estate, so you do have to go looking for it, but otherwise, yeah, definitely check them out. And with that, Laura has just turned up with the milk from the coffee. It is definitely coffee time, so I'll check with you later. So I thought I would do a little bit of a house tour for you, just so you get a sense of where we're staying for the week and where we're having all our sewing fun. So let's go take a look. So this is the house that we're staying in. It is an old converted barn, so it's absolutely fantastic. They've brought it back to life and it's looking absolutely stunning, and it's been a pleasure to stay in. So let's go into the house and see what's inside. Right, first up, we've got the most important bit. This is our board of completed makes here in the front. Can't miss it, along with some firewood for the fire, which we've been using. Let's go in. We've got another big door here. We've got a big staircase that goes upstairs. And the most important room in the house, the one where all the partying has been going on, is in here. This is the big sewing room. We've got this massive big table which fits everybody's sewing machines, and we've got Christine at the end doing some cutting out by the looks of it. Mary's madly sewing away here, doing a great job, and Laura is doing a champion's job here of making us lunch. Let's keep going, shall we? What's in here? We'll go upstairs in a minute because that's quite interesting. So we've got a nice little bathroom, downstairs bathroom here, toilet, everything else. We've got a washing machine, all the stuff that we don't actually need apart from maybe those things there. So next up we have the snug. This is a cute little room here. We've got some couches to sit down in, but the best thing is I have brought in my A0 cutting mat, and this has been a great space to cut things out. So I was in here last night cutting out all sorts of stuff, and yeah, this is a nice little room here. Next up, we've got a bedroom kind of in there. I think that's Mary's room. And in here is the lounge room, which is been another fantastic space. Obviously, we've been in here in the evenings doing all sorts of crafty stuff, cutting out things, and also playing some games, eating chocolate, enjoying the fire, and yeah, having a really, really nice time. So this is the lounge room. Let's take a look at what's upstairs. So here is what the place used to look like. Some really old photos here from 1999. Quite run down, but they've done a fantastic job at making this a really lovely place for large groups of people to come and hang out. Most importantly, a bunch of sewists. So it's been a great little space. Let's move on upstairs. We've got a little sitting area here. There's the kitchen again. Let's head upstairs. As you can see, sewists have been here. Check out all those threads going up the stairs. Yes, we have been here. We have some lovely high beams at the house, really, really pretty, and another bathroom here. Let's see what's inside. Yep, a lovely big bathroom, nice and white. Again, who doesn't want a lovely view from your bathroom when you're brushing your teeth in the morning? Nice little shower. So coming out of the bathroom, we have got more bedrooms down there, lots of bedrooms. This place actually sleeps 12 people, so it's great for a big group. There's only 6 of us here though, and it's done us perfectly fine. Everyone's had their own room. And here's my room. I have 2 twin beds in my room, but it's very cozy, very quaint. It's been lovely and warm. So here are my fabrics, which I purchased early in the week. They're all there ready to be packed and put away and put on my shelf when I get home, although I do have quite a few plans for them. I've got a little pile of makes that I've made this week, and here are some projects which I haven't got around to, but I will try and cut as many of these out tonight whilst I've got some time here, just so I've got them ready for when I get home. So there we go, that's the tour of the house, a perfect space for a lovely week away with a bunch of sewing friends, and we've got so much done. Everyone's had ample space to do what they need to do, bring multiple machines, but also be able to get down and either cut at a table or on the floor. It's been really, really great. So if you're looking for a sewing retreat, something this size is going to be ideal. We have absolutely loved it, and I'm going to try and make the most of all the space we've got here before I head back home.
So to kick off Thursday's fun, I thought we'd get everyone to play a few rounds of Never Have I Ever. So let's see who's a cheeky sewist.
And welcome everybody for our first and final instalment of our Never Have I Ever game, which is sewist themed. So welcome everybody. What we have to do is I'm going to say a list of different phrases, situations, sewing related, and if any of our fellow sewists here have actually done the thing, then they have to take a bite of one of these huge, massive, fluffy marshmallows. So let's see how good everyone has been. And this is not just for this sewing retreat, by the way. This is for any sort of sewing whatsoever. So first up, never have I ever sewn part of a garment inside out. We know Laura there is definitely very good at doing that, paying attention. Okay. Never have I ever made a mistake so bad that I threw the whole project in the bin. Never have I ever given up on a project and turned it into something else entirely. I know Sam's going to do this one. Haven't done that myself yet. Never have I ever bought fabric without having any clue whatsoever on what to do with it.
Are you even a sewist?
Exactly.
I'm going to look like a chipmunk in a minute.
Never have I ever bought fabric only to realise that I had the same fabric in my stash already. Never have I ever cut into the best awesome fabric and then instantly regretted it.
Chili's got no
You got no marshmallows! This is where we start playing Fluffy Bunny. Never have I ever used a bed sheet or a towel or tablecloth as fabric for an item.
Marianne, then they're all smart.
She is very smug. Never have I ever hoarded fabric that I knew I would never actually sew.
Mary, I'm judging you for not eating marshmallows. Sorry. Can you repeat that one?
I haven't got my glasses on. Never have I ever... Oh, I've lost it now.
Hoarded a fabric.
Ah, yes. Hoarded a fabric and put it in my stash, knowing that I would never use it. Never have I ever used a seam ripper so much in one day that my fingers have hurt.
Did you take a bite, Mary? No.
Never have I ever ignored washing my fabric before sewing with it.
Julie's admitted she just cuts out the bigger size.
No, I'm pedantic. I always wash my fabric. If I'm not sure, I wash it again. Never have I ever sewn something just to match a specific pair of shoes or bag.
No, I just got shoes to match everything.
Yeah, I just buy new shoes to match the dress, don't you?
I did make an outfit to match my shoes.
Okay, well done. You're going to need another marshmallow there, Julie.
I'm trying. It gets stuck on my lipstick.
Okay, I know we're going to get a few nibbles here. So, never have I ever completely abandoned a pattern's instructions and just made it up as we went along. Yep, Sam's almost finished that marshmallow.
With rebellious pride.
No, I'm a bit of a trust the process type girl. I know Christine is too, yeah. Never have I ever cut corners on finishing singers because no one else will see the inside. I'm getting better with it though.
Well, if any of you get up in my business, isn't it my inside? I mean, I'm upset with you.
Well, let's check this one out.
Yeah, you can check this one. Look at all them.
It's all blocked.
On a similar theme, never have I ever worn a garment that wasn't quite finished, hoping that no one will notice.
I would need another marshmallow to prove that, as I go to work often with unfinished seams.
Okay. Oh, look, Mary. Ah, Mary's in there. She is going.
It's finished, isn't it?
No, there's no buttons on it.
Finished, but it's not to my standards.
So, Julie, never have I ever left pins in a garment and only found them when I was wearing it. No unexpected acupuncture for you, Julie?
No.
No? Okay.
I did find my tweezers in my lining of my coat the other day.
Yeah, you did yesterday.
I think that's worse.
Okay, I'll take a bite.
Like leaving something in an op, that is.
Yeah. I'll take a bite on that.
Never have I ever bought a sewing tool thinking it would change my life, but never used it.
I probably don't buy enough sewing tools, actually.
I think I've got every sewing tool known to man.
Okay, never have I ever stayed up past midnight just to finish a sewing project.
Chipmunk's back.
All right, a lucky last question. So if you've got marshmallows left, might be enough time to stuff them in. Never have I ever accidentally cut a hole in my fabric whilst trimming the seams.
This week.
I'd eat one if I had a marshmallow left. Well, there we go, everybody. Thank you very much for this rendition of Never Have I Ever. Fantastic sewing, everybody, and a fantastic way to end our sewing retreat. Bye! And of course, it can't be a Ripper Seams video without a catwalk at the end. So we all chose our favourite make for the week and took it for a spin on the kitchen catwalk. Following a fabulous catwalk, Mary then offered an Esme Young-style critique of our makes. Here's mine.
And here we have Kate, last but not least, in this delightful Dairy Maid, is that the right word? Milkmaid? Dairy Maid. Chocolate bar. Yeah. I really, Milkmaid, that's the word I was looking for. I love the way this lilac brings out the lilac in the fabric and also the slightly chocolatey dairy milk in the brown. Love it, absolutely love it.
It's an advertisement for Cadbury's, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your Cadbury crop. Because there is a pint and a half in every bar.
There's a pint and a half in me as well sometimes.
Shame about the hem. But that, I'm sure will be coming.
Find my shoes when we get home.
Yeah. Other than that, I love it. It's not too much. It's just enough. Well done. A good effort. Points to 9.
Now, like I said earlier, Sam also made the Holland Park dress at the same time as me, so here we are comparing our makes. Now, while we're similar heights, Sam is a lot bustier than me, so as you can see, the top section sits a lot differently as a result. She even took out the top row of elastic to compensate, so keep that in mind if you're planning to make this one. But still, overall, both beautiful makes, and I can't wait to finish mine off properly. Oh, and by the way, with the exception of Mary, everyone on the trip has their own YouTube channel, and each of us have done a vlog about our week away in our own unique style. So I'll link everyone's channel down in the description box. Do go down and check them out. So I'm back in my car and it's time to head home. What a week that has been. Utterly amazing and really, really enjoyable. Definitely looking forward to heading home and seeing my family. I have been missing them quite a bit, not gonna lie, but that was just such a great opportunity just to kick back and relax with fellow sewists and just get a whole heap of stuff done, really. It was so interesting seeing how everyone sewed differently. Everyone's got their own techniques. Obviously everyone's got different machines, sewing different patterns, sewing clothes that they wanted to sew. It was just a whirlwind of fun and education and yeah, heaps of sewing. It was great. A huge thanks to Sam and Christine and Julie and Mary and Laura. They were fantastic companions for the week. It was so great to get to know them a lot better over this time, and I think we had a lot of fun. So much food. We had so much wonderful food. If you get the opportunity to get some friends together, or even maybe go to something a little bit more organized, if you're a solo sewist and want to do something like this, then I definitely recommend it. It's great to get away and just do something a little bit different for a holiday. Learnings for me is that obviously everyone sews something differently. Some are fast sewers and there are slow sewers, but it doesn't really matter. You just do you, and you make what you want to make, and yeah, everyone's going to do something differently. And there's no need to keep up with trends, sewing the latest fashion or anything. Just sew the patterns that you want to sew, because the clothes come out looking amazing, because they're going to suit you, or you're going to use fabric which no one else is using, and it's going to be amazing. So that was a big learning for me. I think definitely switch off. I've hardly looked at the news at all. I've hardly checked my emails. It's just been great. I've watched no television. I've watched no YouTube, and it's been great. I think I needed it. My car is absolutely rammed with stuff. I'm absolutely certain I am bringing home more than what I brought with me, but I do have a few new items. So the things I actually ended up making this week, first up was the Elysium bodysuit. Had that 100% complete by the end of day 1, so I was pretty happy with that. I then moved on to the Palmer PJ set for my daughter. I made a long sleeve top and some shorts for her with the lettuce leaf hem. Absolutely turned out really, really cute. I can't wait to show her and get her into those at bedtime. She's going to love them. So I made the PJ set, and now I'm going to have to make the adults version of it myself. But that was 2 things, because it was a top and a bottom. And I also finished off the Fibre Mood honey top, which I absolutely love. It came out so lovely, and I can't wait to wear that around. Definitely one for the office. There's a few little tweaks to it which I want to fix, but otherwise it turned out really nicely. And finally I ended up with the Holland Park dress by Nina Lee. Absolutely beautiful. Love that one so much. Ended up having to make the short sleeve version because I didn't have enough fabric to do the longer length there. I wanted kind of more the mid-length, elbow length, but that's okay. I quite like the short sleeves now that I have them. So what I have to do now is that I have to just go and secure the elastic when I get home, when I've got a decent full-length mirror, and I'm going to do the hem as well. I'm just going to see where I want that to fall. Overall, I'm really happy with those makes. I was kind of hoping I was going to make a few more pieces, but Thursday afternoon hit, and I think I was done. I was ready just to think over the week, just relax into it and just get ready and packed up to come home today. But now it's time to head home. So if you've liked this video, then please give me a thumbs up down below, and also consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Go down, click on that button, and we'll see you in the next video.